Hi guys, it's me Udav Saraswat. Welcome to another video in the course of Spring Boot. Today we are going to see how many ways we can create a Spring Boot project. Okay, so there are basically three ways using which we can create a Spring Boot project. First one is the Spring Initializer. So there's a Spring community which hosts a website using which we can download our Spring project. So we have to define some basic things about that project, like what is the name of the project, what Java version we are going to use. We will look that in this video later on. And second way is Spring Tool Suite using STS. Okay, so using STS we can create a Spring Boot project. So that we are also going to cover in another video. Stay tuned for that. And third one is command line tools. So this Spring Boot provides command line tools as well. Okay, using command line statements or script, we can also create a Spring Boot project, but that is very rarely used. We directly go to web and download the Spring Boot project, or we use STS to create a Spring Boot project. So these two are very easy things to do instead of going to command line and creating the project every time. So that is a bit complex and not required. Okay, so let us look how Spring Initializer we can use to create a Spring Boot project. So let's go to Google. Then we will go to Spring Initializer. In here we will type Spring Initializer. Yes, this one. Okay, yeah, this first website, spring.spring.io. This one we will click on this one, and this is the interface of this particular website, which is hosted by Spring community. So using this, we will be downloading our Spring Boot project. Okay, this is showing all the information. This is maintained by VMware. Okay. Okay, so in this website, we are having first thing to choose is project with what will be our dependency management system. So Gradle using Groovy or Gradle using Kotlin or Maven. So Gradle and Maven are two dependency management systems. We will look into them, how they are different and what is the difference between them. Let us choose Maven for now for simplicity. Okay, and language we can use Java, Kotlin, Groovy. So let us go with JVM. So these three runs on JVM itself. So these three are interdependent. So Java can be converted to Kotlin. So we discussed this particular point in when we were looking into the features that Spring Boot provides. So Spring Boot provides us a feature in which we can convert our whole written Java application from Java to Kotlin and vice versa. Okay, so let us choose Java for now. And Spring Boot, we will be using a stable Spring Boot version, which is 3.0.5 right now. Okay, these snapshot ones are which are there in the development process. Okay, so let us leave those and we choose a stable one. And there's group, so we follow this particular format when we have to define group or package name. Like we follow for class names, we follow camel casing, all those things. It is also a standard. For group, we have to follow a pattern like this. So we will be doing com dot first app. Okay, so this will be the group ID for our application, com dot first app. Artifact and name are just two same things. Okay, so they can be same or different as you wish. Well, but we will keep it same. First app. Okay, it by default it got copied. Okay, that's great. And description, so demo project for Spring Boot, that is fine. And package name will be having the same, like com.firststep and then our package name for dot first step. So this particular format we will follow for group and package name. Okay, so this is the standard, always follows this particular format. Okay, and packaging dot jar and like war file we can use. Let us go with jar, as we have seen like jar is executable file, so we always go with jar. And Java, let us not go with 17, let us go with 11. And in here we can add some dependencies. Okay, so we are having dependencies. So if we are using Spring REST endpoints in our application, so we will be requiring web Spring Web dependency. We will be requiring build web including RESTful applications using Spring MVC. Uses Apache Tomcat as default embedded container. So as we talked about Spring features, so Spring by default come with Apache Tomcat server. Okay, and for that, in that server, if we want to create an REST endpoint, we will have to add this particular dependency, Spring Web. So with all the annotations we are going to use, such as @REST controller, all those will be given by this particular dependency only. If you are not adding this dependency and you are trying to import that particular annotation or use that, you will get compilation error. Okay, like that, all so many dependencies are there, and you can check them here as well if you want to check it. Spring Reactive Web is there, theme leaf is there, template engine. So this is used for if you want to create a HTML inside your Spring Boot application on itself, then you can use theme leaf. So the UI part can also be integrated with Spring Boot using theme leaf engine. So that is the Spring Web Services using SOAP. So this one is for SOAP, WebSocket, Jersey, Vedin, GraphQL. So all those things are there. So let us add the basic ones for now. First one will be Spring Web, and let's also do Spring Boot Dev Tools. So this particular dependency gives us some features like live reload and all those things. We will look into them when we will start our practical session. And Lombok is there. Let us choose Hate OS and Spring Security. Okay, these four are enough, I think. And once we are done with all these details, what we have to do is we have to create on generate. Okay, once we click on generate, a zip file will be downloaded with our project structure inside this. Okay, so let it got downloaded. Okay, this is the application and this is the first step. Let us copy this and extract it out. Okay, it is there. Okay, so this particular folder is having a structure which is what Spring Boot projects follow, and to see that we will be importing this particular project to our Spring Tool suite. Okay, so we will come here, we will click on file, we will click on new and then import. What is going on? New, import, import. Oh, sorry, import is there. Okay, so we will click on import and we will here give Maven, because we choose Maven during the when we create our project. So we will be clicking on existing Maven, check out Maven project from SCM. SCM is nothing but source code management system such as GitHub. So if we are having GitHub link, then we can check out from there directly. Okay, that thing we can also do. So let us choose for now existing Maven project and move on. Root directory, so we will have to choose the application which we have created, new folder 2, and inside that this first tab, this is the application which we downloaded and extracted, so we will choose this one. And inside this particular projects tab, if let's say you added an application and inside that let's say there are 4 or 5 dependent application inside that only, so how we will distinguish that it is having 4 dependencies? So every dependency will be having its own pom.xml. So one pom.xml defines that there will be one jar file, one project will be created for that. Okay, so this thing is kind of important. So whenever you are importing, just keep a eye on it, what all it is showing in this particular project tab. For now we are having only one pom.xml file, one jar file, so it is showing only one pom.xml and one project here. Okay, so using a check and uncheck, we can also import or deselect some of them. Okay, that we can do. We can, after that, let's do finish. So once we click on finish, it is importing Maven project on all the dependencies, all those things is it is doing. Okay, it's created, so we can see that it is showing first tab, and inside that it is following the same structure that Spring Boot projects follow. Okay, so that's it guys for this session, and in the next session we will be looking how to create a Spring Boot project using STS. So stay tuned for that. Till then, see you in the next session. Bye bye.